Fala galera do mundo mágico. I wanna share another video about some few more ideas that I had about the movie, and that I'm just itching to share, and I wanna get out there. And happy Thanksgivings to all of those who celebrate Thanksgivings. So there have been lots of questions, and one of them is about Queenie and why did she go to Grindelwald's side, and why was she important and for Grindelwald, and why did he wanted to have her there? And I think I have kind of like an idea of why, and it always starts in the first scene of the movie when Abernathy and Grindelwald switch places, and thinking a lot about it, what many people have been asking about why Grindelwald didn't just switch places with Abernathy, since he probably was under the Polyjuice potion. Why didn't he just took off and ran away from the American Minister of Magic jail? And I think I got an answer for that. And the reason why he didn't go, it's because he had probably swapped with Abernathy for quite a while. And Abernathy, if you recall, he was the boss of Queenie, if you remember from the first movie. And so probably Grindelwald was aware that Queenie and Tina were related, and also that Queenie and Tina were present at the night when the first movie they destroyed the Obscurus, and Newt was the one who was there and helped to capture Grindelwald. So he was aware of all these happenings, and he was aware of who Queenie was. And so I'm pretty sure that while he was there as Abernathy, he had all full access to Queenie, and he probably took advantage of it. And he might be the one responsible for Queenie going to visit Newt, and then after going after Tina and Paris in France. I think he probably used his power of persuasion, and he as Abernathy, because he was under the Polyjuice potion, convinced Queenie that it would be better for her to go to England and get married there, because wizards there could get married and they couldn't in America, and also to go after Tina in Paris, because he felt that Queenie would be important not only because of her power of legitimacy, but also because he was Tina's sister, and he wanted to get access to Tina, and also on the because of he had access to Tina, also get access to Newt, because he thought probably that Newt would be of value for him with his knowledge about beasts, and especially by the knowledge that he showed about the Obscurus in the first movie. So he probably thought that it would be important to have Newt on his side. So he wanted to get to Newt, but step by step, and Queenie was the first step for that. So said that, let me see if there's something else that I want to cover. And also another thing that we have to remember about, you know, how did he know that how to find Queenie, and how did he convince her to join him when she was in Paris? Well, you gotta remember that Abernathy was passing behind Queenie when she was in the French Minister of Magic. He was disguised as the old lady, and he was taking the box of the Lestrange family to the elevator where he met Rosier. So he was there, and he knew Queenie. He worked with her. and he seemed kind of obsessed with her in the first movie, so I'm guessing that he has more interest in Queenie than just, you know, work-related interest. So he probably told Grindelwald that Queenie was around and told Rosier to follow her, and then Rosier did follow her and convince her to have tea with her, and that's how, you know, everything got into place at that specific moment. And it wasn't just by chance that Rosier found Queenie there in the rain, but because Abernathy told her, and Abernathy probably wanted to have Queenie on Grindelwald's side, and so that's what he did. He just told Rosier to go get her. Probably Grindelwald was interested in her because of all this thread of relationships that Queenie has that leads to Newt. Also, another point about the opening scene, we'll see that because of his loyalty to him, Abernathy got to have the prize of Grindelwald just putting lots of effort to recruit Queenie to their group of followers. But on the other hand, he did not have the same attitude towards the chupacabra that was very loyal to him, because it was just a beast and it didn't serve him any purpose after attacking the British Minister of Magic. So I think that's a parallel of what's gonna happen in the next movie. And if you do not know, the next movie is gonna be in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, which is awesome. I'm from Brazil, so I love it, the idea. And I think it's because, you know, the chupacabra is one of those beasts there from South America. It's very, you know, from that area, and each country in South America will have their version of the chupacabra lore, but Brazil has their version as well. And the importance of the chupacabra in the story, linking to the next movie, is that probably that's gonna be the sort of relationship that Grindelwald's gonna have with Brazil, because Brazil at this period of time, 1930s, was the hotspot for immigration. It was when the burst for immigration happened there in Brazil, and so there were lots of different cultures getting together in one place, and so the younger generations there, they were, you know, intermarriage and you know, getting this diversity there. And so I think that's gonna play an important theme in the story, because this goes against what Grindelwald believes about the, you know, power blooms and only, you know, special souls, and instead of let's, you know, join the diversity and you know, make things more interesting. For him is more like, you know, we are this special group, and then the other ones are here to serve us. While in Brazil, you know, it was in the 1930s was the time that we are starting breaking away from this stereotype, and we are more going towards opening up, although it's still like a little bit of taboo at that time. Some cultures and some specific you know, ethnic groups would be more closed than others in Brazil, for example the Japanese and then the Germans, but many others start to, you know, being more open, and from that point on it got much more of a mix. So I think this theme is gonna play a big role on the next movie, and then having a big function in the coming movie, and then it's gonna be you know, this antithesis to what Grindelwald believes, you know, the pure race. And probably Newt is gonna be going there, perhaps because he's still banned from traveling, and probably he's gonna be hide away because probably everybody will be searching for him. or it's just, you know, another way. Somebody else will have to go there. But I will discuss this in another video. But my main idea here is that Queenie, she has an important role. It wasn't just, you know, random, and it's not like that hard to find the answer why Queenie was so important in this plan. Not only because she has specific and important skills, but also because of, you know, her relationships and you know, people that were surrounded around her that knew her and knew how important she could be, and just convinced Grindelwald, or Grindelwald just, you know, got to know himself by just getting to know Queenie while he was Abernathy. So, but thank you for watching, and if you like it what you see, share with your friends, subscribe, hit the bell, and if I have a new video, you will be able to see. If I have new information, you'll be able to see and share your thoughts, because that would be amazing. Like, I have many ideas in here, and I try to get these videos out with those ideas as much as I can. But it's interesting also to see what you think. So share with us your ideas, and if you're in Brazil and if you see anything about shootings for the movie there, let us know. And you know, if you can share pictures, share information, it will be amazing to see what they have in store there for Brazil. And I'm really curious in who is gonna play the wizards and witches there, and what's gonna be their backstories, and what's gonna be explored in this world for Brazil. So see you next time. Bye.